The aim already hurts my brain. Okay. Ian, when we go over this VOD review later,
Just send it the timestamp.
we're gonna talk about what happens here. I understand. Trying to do a little damage, you throw your thing.
The hell's that?
We're so lucky that none of their team is playing where they're supposed to be. You would be dead. He wallsy wop. The Groot saved you, bro. Groot absolutely saved you. Getting the Iron Man. Your team's dying. So, see what you were going for. Don't get me wrong. I understand. But their Groot just died. So y'all have an even fight, right? Got one healer up here. Got one healer wherever fucking Rocket Raccoon is. They have no tank. They have no tank. So the tank isn't just not coming back from spawn. They have no tank. Okay. That changes things a tiny bit, but still, I would not have been spending that much time up on the roof. Sustain is really the only way that you're going to keep a 4 DPS team going.
How long did he stay up on that roof for after he got the Iron Man kill? I feel like he should have dropped down like 3-4 seconds earlier. Probably could have.
I think probably in general just shouldn't have been up there in the first place. Like if you're gonna go after the Iron Man, I would just float up in the sky. You don't necessarily have to go camp somewhere. I guess it's console, so it's a little different. But like that's just a lot of time away from the team. And then he kind of gets stuck up there. He looks around for a minute. There's
because it's not a playable surface up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like it wasn't a terrible play. That's just not what the role that you've chosen is for. Like that's the issue. The play itself wasn't terrible, but that's not your job to be doing that. You do that, then the rest of the team explodes, and that kill doesn't matter in the first place. That is something very nice that I don't ever have to worry about you deciding to be DPS support.
Trash.
It's not even about the aim, it's about the like
it's a lot about the aim.
I think it's the that's not my job. Like like you can look at the Psylocke that is running away or whatever and you're like, she'll come back. Like she's gonna come back for me. It is not my job to chase down that Psylocke. Ah! Oh gosh.
What'd you do?
Messed up views for a second. We're good.
I love that view.
Oh, the little circle view.
Yeah.
So again, ultimates that probably didn't need to happen. We're going for blue team, right?
Are we?
So red pops their ult. They get 1 kill. They get 2 kills, and then you pop yours. I don't know that I would have used it there. This might just be a bad one to review because like you don't have anybody to play frontline. Like you're having to play frontline because nobody else will be able to touch cart.
I do see where when he pops the ult, he goes alongside the cart for a double dash there when he could come back and probably keep that other player alive.
I think it was just like sometimes you get to those lost cause moments. Especially playing a comp like that. You're playing one 1 tank, 3 DPS, 2 support, or 4 DPS, 2 support. You have 2 deaths. That's basically it. Like that is a very hard fight to come back with playing 2-2-2. That's hard to come back from losing the first 2 kills. And so I think at that point, like, unless you're holding for overtime or, you know, something like that, then it's just better to hold. What is Invisible Woman doing up? How did she get? Let's see what. Okay, so Care Bear just comes up. Is she invisible? No, she puts the deal.
Just straight missing.
What is? Okay, wait. No, we're going back. We're watching POV. I'm so confused. What the purpose of this was? Okay, go up. Shield. Oh, trying to get the Punisher.
Yeah, but it's a CC ability, so it doesn't work.
I mean, it does damage to the Punisher, but okay. here's my issue with all of it. Is go and look over here. What is he really shooting at? Like, we can go, just go to his POV. What is the point? What is the point in focusing any resources on that? Just goofy decision making, man.
Oh, it's so bad.
See, this is why people need coaching services, because just so many simple mistakes that you could be fixing. Like, oh, right.
Knight pushing way too far forward.
So Ian, this one's for you. First off, I would not be playing over here ever. If anything, I'd be playing inside the house, like over here. I'd be playing at this corner over here so I can back up real quick. But if you had not wasted your ultimate over here 30 seconds ago, then when the Spider-Man came in, you would be able to save. Yeah, I think you would have been able to save that.
Yeah.
You were very close to that healer, so like it could have happened. But that's why you save ultimates, is because while you could potentially change a fight with your ult, you can completely negate their fight winning ult, and that's more important. Oh, now we got a tank. Care Bear. Is he actually going to tank that? Alright, so I were you. Come out the main door. Hold on. Let's see where you go. Okay, so you come from the main door. I would have stayed right there, because then you have this whole hallway right here for cover. Your Strange is going to be right here anyways. So walking off this direction isn't, like, that's not benefiting you.
And he's got the doorway to the south in case they push forward on that line.
And that was, I understand. I understand you're trying to get on point. Let's see. So, issue here. Let me get stuff on screen.
BigRed's name was legit trash.
The ult, I'm okay with. I don't like the area that you did it in. I would have liked you to do one swipe on the cart and then more where your team actually is, which is over this area. But not a bad ult timing. You're trying to hold the point. I understand. It's like the last fight. The issue is that you stay right here and don't look. The rest of your team. There's another guy back over here, I think. Don't look at the rest of your team that isn't standing in your ult. It isn't entirely your fault, but it is the reason that the fight got lost here is because you sat on cart and focused on trying to deal damage instead of trying to that's what I'm looking for.
Sustain.
Yeah, instead of just giving the sustain that he needs to be on cart, you're trying to be that cart. Not saying that he would have even been on the cart, but eventually people will understand their roles more. You understanding your. I'd be getting the hell out of here. All right, yeah. So probably just in general, they're gonna take this point right. You're gonna see that first death of somebody that's outside here. So even because you come out of spawn from over here, that's you here, and then you have your strange that dies, and then your moon knight's gonna die. Oh, sorry, your squirrel girl died. And then right after is your moon knight. So I probably would have never left this hallway after seeing Doctor Strange die. Like once your tank dies, it's going to be a pretty hard fight to come back from, especially if they've just opened the door. You know they're at a full team. But as soon as the Squirrel Girl dies, Moon Knight dies, just straight back away. Just straight back up that ramp as fast as you can. You use your little cloak flying thing, invisibility, and you just get the fuck out of there. Now what's going to happen is you're ulting Winter Soldier over here is probably going to die, but you're definitely dead. And does he make it out? Holy shit. Okay, so he doesn't make it out either. So now, the whole rest of the team is back. 1, 2, 3, 4. But for them to have a chance at actually winning the fight, they have to wait that extra 10 seconds for you and Winter Soldier to come back. So if y'all had just backed off the beginning of that fight, everybody would be right here right now, a contending cart. Y'all were lucky that the Strange teleported, even though I don't agree with the teleport. But a lot of times what you'll see in that situation is those 4 people will go in without you. The Strange isn't going to sit there and wait and teleport. Like, they're just going to go in and they're going to lose that fight 4v6 because y'all had died earlier. And then you guys are going to go in 2v6 and die, and the whole cycle of trickling is just over and over. But it doesn't feel like trickling because it's not single people going in. What ult did we see? That was a bad one. Oh, the Agamotto. Yeah, that was. He tried to do something with his teleport. It just wasn't. He didn't mechanically pull it off.
Really terrible, and we don't have voice comms or anything in game, but like, you know, I'm having trouble with it myself when I'm solo queuing. Is being able to make the call outs that Ben would be making if we were playing together. So you really have to take control of that. Hey guys, we have no heals, and see if we can get them to back off again. I have no idea if that's actually happening in voice chat, but that's something that needs to be emphasized as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Once you have a good understanding of the game, then you can start controlling the outcome. So like if we had taken that fight before, where was the last full? Do we have all 6 here? Nope, we're down 2. So we'll say right here. So if we see the enemy invisibility go out, we know we're down 1 DPS. No, that's your invisibility. Wait, how do we lose this? Lost it. Yeah, I was gonna say you just lost it because it was that was a pretty good cloak by their cloak.
The damage and the heals.
Yeah, that was a solid place for it. Let's see some offense. That's not what I said. No, there we go.
That's definitely what you said.
Okay. Not through the floor. Let's back this up. And let's go. Angle. Let's back up 5. Okay. So your group's gonna walk out here. Have enemy Rocket Raccoon, Spider-Man side. So Groot puts up his wall. Oh. Okay. I can't super fault you for this because this is just a terrible fucking wall by Groot.
Oh, that's his own wall.
That is his own wall. It's a blue wall, so I'm assuming so. I was gonna say something about how you literally just focused on the little respawn thing and let your tank die, which you did do. Like that does technically happen. You don't even like pay attention to the Spider-Man or anything, but that is a very bad wall. But you should have been playing like they were all pushed back over here from the start. I probably either would have still been playing in Spawn Door or I would have pushed up. Nice little thing right here. There's some nice stuff over here. But definitely in those first fights, gotta try to keep an eye on the healer. Lots of stuff's going to be happening right off the rip, but if they can get out and start making space, that'll make things a whole lot easier. Luckily, your Bucky is aim assist cracked out here and was able to get the picks. So again, just look at the health bars here for a second. Who is that? Bucky down there? If that Bucky hits a headshot on any 3 of y'all, that's a kill. And so I get that you want the Iron Man dead, but spending time to break down the wall it just isn't worth it. It's not your job. It's not your job to break down the wall and kill the Iron Man. It's your job to keep your DPS alive so they can kill. If he had hit his shots better, or if Winter Soldier had been hitting his shots better, then probably your other healer could have died, or Moon Knight would have died. So it's just one of those things you got to be thinking about. You can go for the DPS when everybody's topped up, but if you have people that are low health or currently being attacked, that is going to take way priority over any sort of damage that you could be doing. See, like now you're focusing the Iron Man. You're focusing Iron Man, and your other healer is having to back off because she's almost dead. You're thinking like a DPS, which is fine if you want to play DPS. you want to be on the support, you call out the Iron Man, you make sure that people know the Iron Man is there. Your job is to make sure that that other support stays up and that tank stays up. That Iron Man, especially without a Hulk, team ups and comps and all that stuff. But a character that's not going to one shot your back line is not a huge priority. You want people to know he's there, but as a support, it's just a waste of resources for you to be trying to kill him. Like this Sue probably should have died. Oh, is she going to? Whew.
Damn.
So close.
Oh.
Another thing that I'll say, I think I don't see a ton of supports do this, but it's a thing that I saw Overwatch that I know is the right way. Is as much as you want to keep the tank alive, yes, you want to keep your DPS alive. This is your best friend. Your other support is absolutely your best friend. You get low health, they're the only fucking person that can really bring you back, right? Like most of the healers have some health, some self-healing stuff, but it's only going to get you so far. But if your other support is up and y'all are making sure the other one is staying alive, it goes a lot further. It's team-based shooters. Oh, I want to watch the squirrel girl dicked on by Spider-Man. Oh, I thought it was Spider-Man behind. It wasn't. Let's see. Let's see what prompted. Invisible ult. I think it was just because she got low health.
Panic ult.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so I don't like that either.
Yeah, she placed it so far back, and then you rushed forward.
Yeah, I don't think that those came out really close to. I can't fault it that much. I like your ult a lot more than I like her ult.
Oh, I didn't realize he was ulting.
Yeah, they pressed it almost at the exact same time. That's what I kind of went back to see. I was gonna see if he ulted like after she did, but they ulted at the exact same time. Your ult positioning on that one was a lot better. You just gave it for the team to be able to push forward. That's exactly what I would have done. You did get a little greedy with it. Her ult does not last a super long time. And then especially after she pops hers. That's why positioning still matters even after the ult. I probably would have ulted and then see where you dash. So we're gonna dash. Oh yeah, I would have stayed right where you are. I understand that you wanted people dead, but you're gonna get much more value because what's gonna happen? Push out. What is gonna go away? Because you're a squishy, you are now up there all alone.
Melted.
1 DPS. Luckily, just 1 DPS looking at. Actually, I think there's another healer right around the corner, and there's the Winter Soldier. So if you had been playing in a game where people could hit their shots and were doing what they're supposed to, you would have been dead 5 seconds before you did die. But if you had been playing from this position originally, you could have kept your Groot up through the other cloak ult.
Go back to the other cloak ult. I don't like when they popped it, but the positioning and the strategy behind it was spot on.
So this is the enemy cloak. I think the enemy cloak ult was all right. Like I said, I don't really like support ults as an answer to a support ult. I think what I would have rather them do enemy team is just as soon as soon as her ult is over, first cloak ult. Waits. Okay. So I think instead of ulting there, I would have just used Groot ult like right there. If you Groot ulted right there, that's 3 kills, and that would have been point right. So I think it was good positioning. Like she did a good job with the ult, but there are still just better answers to them.
Yeah, well, but I'm more talking about the angle that they're taking for giving the tanks an opportunity to escape while still getting the heals, while still pushing forward with the damage. But like the area is focused around their team.
Yeah.
And that's one thing we're not seeing from him is it's all damage rather than, hey, let me get these guys the support they need
I think
and a way to push forward.
I think that this ult that he had, I think it was a good ult. I liked it. I think the issue with it is, let's watch it.
Well, big is his team's an idiot, not push forward.
So if the invisibility had come out here instead, then we just wouldn't have needed the ult at all. But I think, keep watching. I think the issue is that because Visible Woman popped her ult, the rest of the team walked back here.
Draws them back.
If they had just had the cloak ult and everybody had walked forward on it, then it probably would have been a different outcome. But because they were 3 seconds late on walking onto it, you've already lost half of it at that point, and it just didn't do what it needed to do. If you had waited 6 seconds to ult, it would have gotten more value probably. Oh, that poor Moon Knight just got fucking out of the air. So again, you're leading the team. So I understand, be hard with low rank tanks and stuff. Okay, actually, I do kind of fault you on this, and I'm bad at this too, but there is 110% audio line, like a voice line, when Strange starts doing his ult. And if y'all had just played with Strange, I bet this next situation is going to go different, because he's going to teleport with all the DPS and no heat. And yep, okay, let's just go over here. So we go in with Moon Knight ult. That doesn't get anybody. And Squirrel Girl. Well, luckily it discombobulated them enough to back off and go for the other people so that y'all could come in and heal up the team. Wait, how did you die? Hold on. Come on now. Oh, he's dead right now. That's why I went to him. How did we get? Okay. See you over here. Okay. So this is us. Teleport goes off. We're keeping him alive. Run past Rocket Raccoon and come up this way. Okay. Now I have the info. I don't hate any of that. You're just trying to get to where it's probably
good timing considering that ult's over.
So you died to the Spider-Man ult. Die to the Spider-Man ult because we're not saving support ults for DPS ults. That's really the main time that you should be doing. Unless they're just playing like, if they're playing Wanda Iron, right? Then you don't have to save your ult because your ult's not going to stop theirs anyways if they hit you with it, no matter what. But you know, if you're playing against Spider-Man or you're playing against what's this dude, Winter Soldier. I think a lot of time with Psylocke, especially Storm, especially, like it's probably even worth it to take the death occasionally instead of popping ult and just saving it to save the team from those fucking deep souls. They're just oppressive. If Spider-Man had any team here, they could take it back. I love this Iron Man. The point blank maximum pulse. Alright. So where... Yeah, you were late back to the party because you died early. Oh no, and then you're gonna get hit by Groot. Oh, that was just unfortunate. I don't think there was anything. Just sucked that the group came out and did that. Like they still lost the fight for it. It was a bad play by the group, but it sucks that you got caught up in it. Let's fly. Okay, so again, your team back here. You're up here. Got Winter Soldier, you got Iron Man.
Oh fuck, bless me. Sorry.
I bet there's more people if we go around this way. Yep, there's Rocket Raccoon, there's Groot. So I understand. You are technically playing right. Everybody except for one or two people should be back on the cart. Everybody should be up at this corner. Your Strange should be holding this corner. Your DPS should be at this corner. This is where you're going to want to. And so I get why you're there, but you want to be that guy, play tank. If you want to make the space, you want to lead the team forward, you have to be the tank. Because if you were Strange, if Strange was up here, then everybody would be up here. Like people just naturally follow. It's just how it goes in these kinds of games. Feel safer. You got a big old fucking shield in front. And so if the rest of your team wants to play on cart, shit, I just closed my writing app. The rest of your team wants to play on cart and you're not the tank, we're just playing on cart. That's just the way it's gonna go. Ew. This Strange tried to fly over the Groot walls. That was dumb. Okay, so look. What's happening?
Oh no, Strange.
Because you are focused DPS. You're focused on making space. Again, not a bad thing, but because that's not what you're supposed to be doing, Strange is about to explode. It's lucky.
Yeah, that shield came up at the perfect time.
Iron Man behind. So I don't mind that ult from Invisible Girl for the Armed and Dangerous. But again, okay. Who ulted first? I think you ulted first. I think you win on this one. Yes, you did ult first. But hold on. Okay. You ulted before he ulted. It was not a response to an ult. It wasn't. This was a response to Moon Knight dying. Is why you ulted here, I think. And I wouldn't have ulted there. I don't think it was a necessary ult.
The bad strange ult.
Yeah, the bad strange ult was bad. This is difficult to watch. And then Invisible Woman. I personally, I don't really think that Bucky's ult is one that you necessarily save your shit for. Like, I think that's one that you can usually heal through or kill the Bucky before he fucking gets his again off. So I don't really like Invisible Woman's ult there, but it is what it is.
I just want to comment on the Iron Man. I love how every time he uses his missiles, he's like buzzing like a B-50 bomber.
He's just out here having the time of his life, man.
Oh, it's a fun time. And then I love how when you hit the A and the D, like he does all the fucking twists and turns.
Where are you, Uncle Bean? Up there you are. You're coming back from spawn. Keeping your healer up. Strange up. So, going on. Got like 2 different fights going on. So again, this is just bad positioning. I understand cart go forward, but team. Then this went off. I am Groot. If you were even just like watching this direction instead. Yeah, that could have been saved. He had the shield up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say like 3.5 seconds. She was alive inside the Groot ult. So if you had been with the team, then Groot and Invisible Woman would have lived. You would have lived that. You ended up dying too. That's the importance of playing with your team, right? Very rarely do I think that a support shouldn't just be watching sightlines and keeping the core team alive. There may be a time where you want to follow a flanker. There may be a time where you want to go off on your own flank. Not saying those things aren't viable strats. But 90% of the time, most value that you can get is keeping these stupid motherfuckers alive. that is your job. It's just keeping the idiots alive. Oh, he got it. I want to go back and see it just because it's so good. It's point blank, right into the floor. Oh man.
And then he flies off.
But I do like how you're good about throwing your bubble down immediately. Start getting dove by somebody, you are really good about getting that down quick. Oh. Oh man. That just sucks.
Yeah. That's a damn good wall.
Let's see what this Agamotto does real quick. It looks like he'll take it. Oh. Oh. All right. So we do get to talk about it. Just because the cart is almost there does not mean that it is time to use your ultimate. I understand that the game seems like it's over there and it's about to go into overtime and your ult's not going to carry over. But legitimately, I mean this. If you had just held your ult there, not tried to use it as an offensive ult, waited, then either one, you could have ulted right now, and the tree would have already been up, and you could have ulted this way and this way and this way, and killed all of them. They would have not been able to out heal on top of the Agamotto.
Yeah,
so
no chance.
That would have been a better timing. Or you save it and you hear Judge, Jury, Executioner, and then you pop it. Now your team has the sustain to get through their last second ultimates. That's why you hold on to your ults, is because they have ultimates too. They want to hold that point as much as you want to take that point. So while yes, it's nice to have that last little push, it's so much better to just hold on to it. Don't know what they're coming out of spawn with, right? Like, what if their Strange had a portal ready or something? I know they're not on Strange, right? But what if they had the portal ready at the last second? The portal comes out, and you get fucking done. There have been so many games that I've seen at the very last second get turned around with 2.29 meters left on the cart. You know? And so just remembering that your ultimate has the most impact in the game. The support ultimates have the most impact in the game. And so to use it in a non-optimal spot is just setting yourself up for failure. That was just, I think that's tilt. I think you were tilted that y'all didn't take that. You pushed it a little hard.
Yeah, if you're not popping that with DPS Hulk, then the DPS is going to win more than 75% of the time, depending on how they pop them.
Yeah. If there's not a healer ult to counter it, then
Done.
like, and you do get lucky with stuff like Punisher. You can out heal a Punisher ult. You can kill a Punisher in his ult. Like, there are other things you could have done there, right? But say it was a Sue Storm ult. What the fuck are you going to do against a Sue Storm ult if you don't have your ult? There's literally nothing. There's not a thing you can do. And so, yeah, that DPS ult is gonna wreck the team. Damn.
The late res.
So I think the biggest things that I would say to work on are paying attention to role you picked and thinking about what that role should be doing. Right? Pay more attention to what your jobs are and where you can have the most effect. Right? Like, if you think the team needs a tank, they need somebody to push forward, then swap tank. Just play tank. But if you think that the team needs help sustain and staying alive, and you think that the best support you can give the team is to play support, then you have to play it like a support. That's the only way you're going to get any value out of the character. If you want to do damage, go play Moon Knight. I know you've been trying to master Moon Knight. I know you can play him. So if you think that the team is having trouble get kills, go play somebody that can get kills.